Hello my beautiful buddies, welcome back to another fantastic video. Once again, and welcome back. So, I have to make this a little bit of a quick intro because this video is going to be extremely long, because it is the Pokemon Go All Out event that happened over the weekend, where legendaries were in the wild. Unfortunately, I didn't want to make this a part 1 and part 2, so I have to make this quick. Let's get into the video. Right, let's get into the video. Let's talk about the Masterwork Research Ponytails that we need to do the next bit. Yeah, eventually I will get to this, that we need to do 200 super effective charge attacks, battle with 30 raids with my buddy and stuff like that. But of course the next stage after that would be that. Oh, Shiny Caterpie. Yes, this is the Friday night, the day of the start of the All Out event. Of course, I didn't record the start. Well, I did, but I didn't want to make this video any longer, so I'm just skipping a bunch of these. There's not much to go, apart from we did get a Hundo Beetle earlier. Unfortunately, I forgot to actually record that, but we did. We got a Hundo Beetle. So there's not really that much that was impressive out of all of this event ticket. I didn't really get anything good. The 100 Beetle was pretty nice. I think we got 100. Yeah, we didn't get many shinies from it. Of course, the Mewtwo at the end wasn't even that good. But you know, I liked the event. It was a little bit difficult, as you know, legendaries in the wild on the incense. It's you know, they're all quite difficult to catch. I think this is going into the morning of the event. But yeah, Shiny Caterpie. I enjoyed the Shiny Caterpie. We only got one before, I think. Yeah, it's now Butterfree. So all we need is one more and then we've got the full stage. But you know, it's just one of those things. 1, 2, 3, what's that? Is that a raid? Oh, it's just the Squirtle for some reason. But yeah, still working on it, getting down to get to the Mewtwo. There we go. Just getting some more down, and then eventually we'll get to that Mewtwo. Right, let's get into the event. Of course, I started a lot later on Saturday than I wanted. Thing is, there's not really an event that I want to focus on. I'm pretty much exhausted from Gold Tour. Yes, we started off with a Galarian Articuno. And of course, in true fashion, it does this. Ready? You think it's getting caught, and then it goes poof, which is basically what happened the majority of the legendaries out of these. And then we got a first raid, Pheromosa. Not shiny, which was a bit annoying that we couldn't get the shiny for it. But there was a lot of raids happening. And it was quite difficult to try and focus on one. But it's actually the first time the Ultra Beasts have come back. They weren't part of the raid situation last year. Of course, we're going to have Zacian and Zamazenta back in raids soon. Obviously not in their crown forms, We actually thought that it was going to come out with the Crown forms during the Max Battle weekend, but apparently that's going to be Pikachu instead. I mean, I think they've learnt that the fact if they leave these events to the end, people aren't really that bothered. So hopefully by the end, eventually they will have their Crown forms back for Sashi and Zemzent. But I'll be excited for that since I don't have them. Don't have the energy for them right now to power them up or fuse them together, shall I say. But, you know, we'll eventually get something. Oh, Deoxys. We haven't seen Deoxys in raids since the Elite raids, I think. Or maybe they did come in raids again after the fact, but I kind of missed them. That's a shiny that I actually do want at some point. Will it happen for me? I don't know, but I have to wait until they're just in there for a lot longer than a weekend. There's a lot of raids happening this weekend. And I was struggling trying to figure out which ones I actually wanted to focus on. To be fair, we got nothing good. We didn't get anything decent. Haven't got a 91 IV or 96 IV or something that would be worth powering up in the future. So everything was kind of like meh. Nothing shiny. We didn't get anything shine. So basically all of this was just extra candy for other things. So yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't think I even called this Deoxys. Come on, 1, 2. Nope. There we go. Yes, I did call it. So yeah, there are some raids that I did. There were some that I removed. Zapdos. Oh yeah, I did say during the thing that when Zapdos comes back, I'll try and find to see if I can get it shiny. I didn't. It's still eluding me. Shiny Zapdos. God damn, I hate this electric bird. Like, it just will not shine for me. You know, just using whatever legendaries and Pokemon I have to try and take these down. Instead of trying to get a different team for each Pokemon that I need to get shiny for. But there we go. Shiny Zapdos. Well, I was trying to see if I can actually raid these, but, you know, they were quite hard to find the energy for, or find them in the wild. Try and get them to shine. And also I was running a bit low on the Pokecoins to be able to actually get these to shine. But to be honest, they're in raids right now. When I'm filming this, it's the Monday. Actually, no, it's the Tuesday. So they're in the raids at the moment because Monday it was still the event, which is weird. But yeah, it's the Tuesday after the event, and then going into this Ditto event that's happening, which I will film eventually. And then of course Zacian and Zemzent on Wednesday. No, Zacian, not Zemzent. It's coming soon. So let's do the meetup check-in time research. Getting some more of those. We don't know when the next Supermax raids will probably end up being. But, you know, it's one of those things. Oh, it got up to Ditto now, which is nice. There we go. We get the next glowing bird that I'd thought, instead of trying, we're going to use the Master Ball on it. But, you know, I really did not want to race these Master Balls, really. But, anyhow. But at least we get our first glaring bird in like so long. The glaring Articuno ran away from me, which I hated. But there we go, we got the Zapdos. Now we just need Articuno and Moltres eventually, but whenever that will be, we do not know. Oh, this is the first legendary that we got in, well, apart from the glaring birds. The non-glaring bird legendary with Rodrigo. And of course, in true fashion for what most of this event is, it goes poof. Yes. Yeah. To be honest. And then we did a Guzzlord raid straight afterwards. I know this is a raid because, of course, it's a premiable. So I do know that it's a raid. There we go. We caught that Guzzlord. I do want the shiny Guzzlord at some point. I have to wait until they bring these back out. So I just keep walking and seeing what we can grab in Doncaster. Since that's where I am at the moment to try and do this event. I didn't go Sunday. Oh, yeah. Wild Kyogre. Yes. Why did Kyogre spawn on the incense? 1, 2, 3. Thought it was gonna go, but it stayed. And I was like, oh, come on, Kyogre, stay in the ball for me, will you? And so we were like, oh, it missed. It's gonna break out and go. And then I was like, oh my god, I caught it. And I was like, yes. Terrible IVs, but good for trading. And then we get a wild Landorus, and we were like, oh, okay. This would be good if people had that, research that you need to try and get a Landorus. But, as true fashion with these legendaries in the wild, you thought that you're going to grab them. And I was, no, I missed the ball on that one. And then I got a nice throw. Then thought I was going to grab it. Then it goes, runs away, and then we walk where we were walking up to with this Bidoof. Why I'm showing you a Bidoof? It's because this Bidoof is a hundo. Yes, we got a hundo Bidoof. Just gonna. Do I show you the IVs? Yes, I do. There we go. Hundo Bidoof. That's why I was showing you that. Precious Paths research, which was the previous research. Actually, we still seem to have the one for this season. So now I have to catch quite a few Pokemon to get to the trophy. I mean, this research is called Pressure Rising, which is to get to get Volcanion. So this is the first stage. The second stage, pretty cool. Okay, so let's get into the next raid here, which I did another Formosa. Which I like. Well, to be honest, I like the shiny. It's a bit gold, and also apparently Formosa is a pretty good bug type if you know how to utilize it. Bug isn't really that useful unless you're going for things that are pure weak to 2 times or 4 times weak against bug, which doesn't happen very often. But yeah. So one of those things. So we're going to keep going, walking around, and see what we can find. There we go. Oh yeah, we woke up from the group at this point. And this. I thought, let's try and get all of our Pokemon down. To try hard to get the Mewtwo. The most point of this whole event is the Mewtwo. So, let's try and get to the Mewtwo as much as we can. Kangaskhan. But like I said, we didn't really get anything good out of these. No shiny, no hunt. Well, we did get the hunt of Weedle, but of course I didn't have the footage of that because I didn't record it. I didn't realise it was the hunter. But all of this is Kanto. Didn't buy the deluxe pass. Didn't think I needed to do that. But we got there. Which, Mewtwo being the 80th, it's actually the first time I managed to do that since we missed out on Eternatus. So we don't have Eternatus in our collection right now. So we're going in with another Guzzlord raid. There we go. A bit more. Why is he so hard to catch for some reason? Okay. Very well. Boom. Can we do it? Okay, we've done it. No? Okay. Guzzlord's being a pain to catch. But it is literally the first time all of the Ultra Beasts have come back out since 2024. So, if you haven't got them, grab them because they are pretty good. Well, the only ones you want to focus really on is Katana, but of course, if you did focus on them, good for you. Of course, Formosa is pretty good as a bug type, as well as Buzzwole. I mean, you can go for more Blacephalon, but Blacephalon always tends to come back for the New Year's, and we already got a pretty decent one, so we don't want to focus more on that. And we got the shiny, so you can't complain there. 1, 2. Guzzlord being a pain. Nope. I think this one ran from us. Did it run? Okay, we've got one more bowl. Got a couple of more balls left. Yep, last ball. And poof. Continue with the Go Pass for the All Out event for the 30th anniversary. Of course, very soon, today when I'm filming this is the Pokemon event for Ditto. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of that, so I'm not really going to focus on it. Yeah, but I do need to tend to take a break a little bit for this game. To be fair, none of the Pokemon that is too out there at the moment. But Wednesday I'll probably be raiding some Zacian if I find them. Zacian and Zamazenta are pretty good. Well, not in their hero form, by the way. It's in their crown form. They're pretty good. But since I'm kind of like nuzlocked out of literally anything stronger than Mewtwo, I don't know when I'll be able to do that. Boom. Nope. Yes. 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 Come on. There we go. How is Lapras being a pain in the butt for me? I really don't know. Oh, by the way, also they're bringing out a new water research, which is basically a replay of the last 10 years, which is the only one there that I missed was the Feebas. I did not get a shiny Feebas, so I want to try and get one of those. From research. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, Gigantamax Pikachu I think is on the 28th, I think. And then probably May is going to be... At some point will be the max battle day for the Crown Forms is actually in the Zen unless they're all waiting for the road to Go Fest to bring out the Zacian and Zenzenta Crown Forms, which I'll raise enough that I can get 3,000 of them. Ditto. There we go. We're almost done with half of these. I mean, to be fair, we've completed the Kanto decks years ago, so it's really not. It's not really something that we really want, to be honest. Mewtwo, I mean, I could have done with a more stronger one than a 98, but you know, eventually it'll be a hundo. So once we're silver bottle cap mine, but the old, we'll get something stronger eventually. Boom, there we go. Kabuto. Aerodactyl. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Ball shake. Snorlax. We're almost there to the Mewtwo. The fact that people have been posting that they haven't completed this research before it shut down, I was like, how? How did you miss doing these? All you need to do is raids Dratini, which actually I didn't know what the IVs or this EV what Dratini was, because I accidentally deleted it by accident. So, yep, there you go. I accidentally transferred it by accident, so I had no idea what that the IVs of that was. Anyway. Let's do one more raid and then we can get ourselves the Mewtwo. So we're doing Necrozma. Yes, Necrozma. It'll be decent enough for hopefully, if it's good. 2083. Damn it. You know what? I'll probably trade it at some point. Since we're begging lucky friends with the ult, so maybe trade them over to see if we can get anything good. Of course, we need decent loads of these for the Dawn Wings Necrozma and the Dusk Mane Necrozma. See, not great IVs. Not even worth even powering up. Pressure rising! Part 2. There we go, almost done. So now the pressure rising is that we need to power up water Pokemon 20 times. But before that, we can go grab our Mewtwo. Not shiny, not good IVs. So in a way, it was absolutely pointless. You know. We were just like, oh, this whole entire time of this whole pass was just a waste. 2, 3. 1, 2. No. Yes. Maybe. Yes. So this was the end of the night. I decided to do this. But, you know, just one of those things. Shame that our Mewtwo was absolutely rubbish. But we've got better Mewtwo's. Maybe I'll trade it to anyone that needs it. So we're going in with the next Formosa. That was actually up the road. You know, it's just had really bad luck, especially with that Mewtwo. Nope, it did not want to stay in the ball. Did it want to stay? Nope. Oh, we got some bounce back. Okay. God. But yeah, anyway. How are you all doing? Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more videos just like this. More Pokemon Go videos will be coming out, or other events. You got Go Fest coming up, which of course I'm not going to go to Copenhagen, but I will be doing the global tour in Doncaster, so stay tuned for that. We don't know what will be there. Maybe Mega Mewtwo. That would be exciting. Of course, we did the Go Tour. That was pretty fun. Got some Pokemon there that we didn't get before, so that was quite fun. And of course, this event's fun, apart from that legendary's kind of run from me, so, you know. I mean, to be fair, we've got most of the legendaries anyway. And also, they come back in raids, which will make it kind of more easy. More like a free way to get legendaries, but they're all really hard to catch. But yeah. I mean, to be fair, much harder than usual. Not exactly sure what was going on with this. Why that was so slow. Going into the next raid here. Oh, yeah, we did a katana raid. One, we were thinking it would be good for the candy, because of course, get one of my katanas level 50 at some point in the future. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, boom. I think this katana ran from me actually. Don't know why. But it does run, I think. If I recall. This is just me remote raiding into these now. Just trying to get as much as we can before the event ends. But you know, so yeah, like I said, leave a like, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button, and also tell me what you ended up getting on your Mewtwo, IVs wise. Mine weren't that great, as you just saw. Going in with the Necrozma, because the Necrozmas were important, because of course, not for candy mostly, but basically just to try and get more better IVs for for the Dawn Wings Necrozmas and the old Dust Mane and Dawn Wings Necrozma, because they're very powerful ones. So I'm trying to get some more into the collection there. Oh yeah, Zapdos is Musashi, but this is what we're doing a lucky trade with the alt account for Zacian to see what we can trade. We will be trading the Necrozmas in another episode, since we actually got double back lucky trades. So we're going to trade the Zacians to see what we get. So this Zacian was caught in the wild on my ult, and it was absolutely trash. But it was really good on my ult. It was like a 96, so I'll keep that. And of course I'll probably use it. But it's a shame we didn't get anything good on the main for the trade. All we got left with is this rubbish 2-star Zacian, which can't really do anything about it. But yeah, we got lucky again with the alt account, so we'll trade Necrozma, since we can't do another lucky trade in this video, so we will probably end up trading in the next one. Let's go. So we got that, and we'll be doing some power up stuff now. So power up a water Pokemon 20 times. Now we could have chosen Kyogre here, as Kyogre's pretty good. I just couldn't figure out which Kyogre I wanted to power up, so I went Blastoise instead, since I don't want to have to focus too hard on that. So I went down my level 40 list, seeing if I got anything that I could have powered up for the water typing. So really I could have powered up these Kyogres, focused on them. I just couldn't figure out which one I wanted to power up. That would help. I mean, I could have powered up this 93 IV Kyogre, because of course it's a silver bottle cap one, and have that as a mega. So, but just added some more levels to this Blastoise, making it level 40, because it might come in handy for when I do megas and Cinderace comes and stuff like that. I mean, it's also a mega, so it will come in handy. But yeah, I just power up it all the way. Also, it doesn't really end up elsewhere in the levels, because of course it literally just sits just behind the Hundo Magchamp, so it's not going to upset the balance of where I want to power things up when the game tells me to. So, leveling up more water types. I want to not power this up, because of course we don't want to upset that, because I do want to try and get in a Gigantamax one into Teleon. So I want to power up some of this. So we have to level up, evolve 10 water type Pokemon to get to the next stage, which is the fire stage, and that's not that bad. Very soon we'll get Full Canyon. Pelipper. Love a bit of forming Pelipper. So Frillish. Let's evolve. There we go. There we go. That is Pressure Rising. The third stage complete. Now we'll be on to the 4th stage. There you go. Don't know what I showed you there. Also what I had in planned. There you go. Specializing. Catch 30 different Pokemon of that same species. And all for fire type. Which, we have a fire type, which is our Heatran here. This was easy to do. It's one of the Pokemon that I was powering up anyway. For what you've seen on Instagram. The Blastoise was just an extra one that I will be powering up this season. So now we can go into getting some more Necrozmas from the remote raid. Also, weirdly, none of the Necrozmas that we were catching were any good. So basically, we're just even limiting ourselves with that. But you know, eventually the Duskmane and Dormane rings to Cosmos will be back in raids. But so we'll be able to try and see if we can catch a good one then. But you know, I think we caught a 98 during the previous time it came out, which I want to try and get, as you see, get more energy for it so I can actually evolve them. Get some pretty decent power in my collection. Me doing about, what, 50% damage is actually not too bad. That's why I don't really care or not to power up the best Pokemon, because eventually I will have some of the best Pokemon in my collection. It's just right now I don't really care. Just powering up whatever I can for damage, and that's really it. In raids with other people, but yeah. And then, of course, we've finished off the entire Gold Pass. But yeah, I don't really care about not really being able to do raids, because eventually I will be able to do it. But as you know, I do a lot of duos and a lot of that. So you would think I have the most powerful Pokemon, but in reality I can do about 50% damage on both accounts, which actually does me well for that. So, you know, that's all you need really. And this Necrozma, absolutely terrible IVs. Yep, I mean it has 15 attack, which is basically what you need, so I might keep that or just trade it to the other account eventually. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button. There'll be more videos like this coming out. Maybe I'll do the Regigigas episode very soon. So thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll of course hit that subscribe button. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.